And there we go, that microphone is finally on. Welcome everyone, I'm your host DrFox2000, you're watching VolcanoX live stream. And what is it? It's Thursday the 28th of September of 2023. Welcome everyone, glad to have you all on board. And yeah, what a day, what a day. Anyway. Seems every time I'm out in that west end of the city trying to get here, oh boy, what, hear you docism? Oh no, Henry, you've been infected by a donkey, you need to get a shot for that. Bourbon straight up usually works, so, maybe on ice too, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's the traffic from the west to the south side is just horrendous, and I don't know what it is. It's just the construction season is just blocking up most of the major roads, and it's crazy. Don't know what to do. Traffic on the ring road and the bridge. Well. Yeah, the ring road, the bridges, the White Mud Freeway, 149th Street, 156th Street, Stony Plain Road, they're all ripped up. They're all bits and pieces, and they're not getting anywhere. And you know, I don't know why they can't get the road work done. It's just incredible. Why does it take 3 or 4 months to put new pavement down or new curbs? You know, concrete cures in 28 days. What's wrong with them? You know, in 45 days you should be done, not 90 or 120. Well, it is construction season. Yep, we only have the two. I know, winter and construction. I was hoping to have some construction season without too much of that. Could be worse, Dr. Fox, New Jersey. It takes years. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, it seems that it's taking years here too. But what do you do? What do you do? Anyway, let's get on with stuff. So things have moved around on me again. So I don't know. I didn't reboot, but things magically moved around by themselves. Why not use the it's a little too slow. They're a wonkyism, donkeyism. Maybe if I hit those rocket thrusters on there, I don't know, maybe that might work. But you know, in this city, they do have some old tunnels underneath it there that you got to be careful of. So it's always troublesome. But I got to get my van to work. You know, that's and then go from there. Anyway, welcome everyone, and we'll say hi to the moderators. First off, welcome to Arizona Snowman and Piggy and Sue Hayes, who is in the chat right now. And then, of course, we've got a C&D Boy and Yvonne Kunkel and Siggy and let's see, a bunch of other ones. Gary, 24/7 Live, he's at Skies as well as a few more. So, all good. And yeah, I'm sure Arizona Snowman's hiding in the background there somewhere. And he doesn't have to be in the chat. He can watch. It's all good. And just as long as he's enjoying himself and relaxing a little bit, let's turn off the big banner here, and we're going to go say hi to everyone. We'll start out by saying hi to Grandma B and to Trevism from the Wonkyism, Donkeyism, and Perfectability 999ism. Welcome, Brian. And Henry Nelsonism. Welcome. And Billy Bob Joe-ism is also here. Welcome, Billy Bob Joe. Oh no, I've been infected by the ism bug. Welcome, Dan-ism. And let's see, who else we got in here? Oh boy. All right, enough of the isms. We're just scrolling up to see who else might be in here. And let's see, Rayola is on board. Welcome, Rayola. And let's see, who else we got? No, I'm up to the top. Actually, not that many people in here right now. That's amazing. We only got about 22 of them. Anyway, okay, on my end again. I'm not buffering, Betsy. Why are you not buffering? Okay, so hopefully it won't buffer for you. I did notice the bit rates were going a little bit, pardon the expression, wonky. Maybe has something to do with wonkyism. I have no idea. They are up and down quite a bit here, so maybe something is going on, not sure, but I am seeing a larger fluctuation. My plan is working. You mean your plan is working ism? I fear your painism. Oh, I fear your painism? Oh no, I had some buffering issues, Dr. Fox, but I think it's on my end ism. No problem, Grandma B ism. We'll be okay. I'm hoping it clears up. I'm hoping it stabilizes. For the longest time we had a very, very stable bit rates and everything, and now all of a sudden we're seeing this yo-yo effect once again, and I don't know whether it's my computer, it's the updates, or whether it's the interweb. But hey, it is what it is. There's not a heck of a lot I can do to change it. Anyway, welcome everyone. Anyway, lovely lava on the screen. That is from the 15th of September at 19:15 p.m. or 7:15 p.m. Hawaii time is when that was happening. And didn't look too bad. That's our part 2 of that day. And the eruption was starting to dwindle and wind down a little bit, but we still had quite a bit of lava flow at that point in time. Anyway, we're going to park that for a bit, and we'll take a look at the now shots, and let's see what we've got. And we can get rid of that little banner at the bottom. And Grandma B throws in a wonderful $2 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Grandma B. That is very awesome. Grandma B and $2. That is very, very cool. Thank you very kindly for supporting the channel, Grandma B. Appreciate that. Anyway, this is what we're seeing there in our wonderful Kilauea right now. I don't know if that quality looks a little low. They should be a little better. There we go, 720. Yeah, a little bit better. All right, so yeah, we do still see the smoker happening there, or steamer, whatever you want to call it. And we'll get my hamster working on there. There we go. You can see that right in there. The old vents here definitely not doing the darn thing right now. So let's leave that be there. We're going to make that one smaller. I'm going to go over and just take a look at the still shots real quick, and just have a peek and see. What happened to the still shot? What is happening? I don't know. It's broken. Okay, we're not going to see that one. What about the B1 cam? If we refresh that, do we have a camera? No. What did they do? They changed things. Okay, they messed us up. Anyway, there's our shot, so I guess they don't have them embedded anymore normally. Oh, that one's still working. No, that didn't work either. All right, so, okay, this is the south camera looking to the north. There's that smoker slash steamer, our central vent area, our west lava pond, west vent, and this hole down here that's still part of that west, or the previous eruption where we had all that lava. That actually is a pretty darn deep hole. And that lava never made it over there because it's a higher ridge around it when that dropped and collapsed. So they changed things. Yeah. Oh, hi, Sharon Stewart. Yeah, they did it. I don't know why. I hate when they change things. This one too, they changed it. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. A little bit more. There. Almost. Let's actually leave it there. I gotta fix that later. Anyway, you can see that smoker, and then of course our central vent area over there, and Helima, that's that portion. This of course is all a part of Kilauea. Wow, the whole thing is a part of Kilauea. They just call Helima that section in the background there. Still seeing some steamers off on the side wall here as well. Always interesting to see it come out at higher elevations, and lets us know that we do have some paths through there. Hey, Yvonne Kunkel, welcome, and good to see you. I'm going to refresh the shot here from the thermal. Now that one worked. You didn't have to worry about. Okay, so yeah, nothing flowing in though. Central vent area would be right in that area. We do see some glow spots. West vent area would have been this area, and our lava pond in here, and I'm not seeing anything there. Still fairly warm stuff down on the bottom end here, but I'm sure that will cool down in due time, and just give it a little bit of a time. It will, I guarantee it. Anyway, let's, I gotta figure out how to fix all that. Oh, there, they did work. Okay, they are fixed now. Darn it, and those guys, I guess that took a little bit of coercing. Oh, and that one isn't fixed yet. I'm gonna try to refresh that again. We'll see when, oh, and there it works. There, now we got the right pictures back. Awesome. And that is working, so pretty cool. Yeah, this one was from, let's see if we can get that time and date to show up there. There we go, from 13:38 this afternoon. Looks like a little bit of rain over there on Mauna Loa though. I wouldn't want to be up there right now or over underneath that, and probably get pretty wet. All right, let's leave that be. Let's go over to Iceland and see what we got happening there. And I really have, because I got home so late, I haven't got a clue what's been going on. We have a lovely silhouette here of our wonderful Kalir. And of course you can see some of the cloud being lit up by the city glow. That is from our wonderful Reykjavik, the capital city. There, sharpen that picture a little bit. It looks a little better. All right, that is not bad. I'm not sure what it was like there today. Any Icelandic updates there, Yvonne Kunkel? Just curious, since you are here. I figured I'd ask. And there's our Rebbe vent. And there's Kalir again, and a little bit of sunshine in the background, and we can also see some sulfur patches out here. Nope, none. Darn it. I was hoping that you'd say, yeah, there's an eruption happening. Oh, Yvonne, I know, it's tough. Let's leave that be. Looks quiet, but we are seeing more smoke today again. I don't know if that's just a steam or something. Well, I guess going home. You're going home tomorrow? Okay. The eruption will happen. Okay, tomorrow's Friday. The eruption's going to happen Saturday. If Yvonne is going home, that's when it's going to take place. No? Is that Murphy's Law or something? We'll see what happens. Oh, anyway, let's take a look at some of the other ones real quick. I'm going to make this one smaller if it will allow me. There we go. Go to the next shot. Actually kind of clear up there right now. That's pretty awesome. This is at nighttime, and of course we can still see our wonderful Ragnar. out in the background here as the moonlight is lighting things up and making it visible for us. Let's go back about 5-6 hours and see what the day was like there. Yep, you can see those dark rain clouds over on the other side, and over here you can see the Atlantic Ocean and some clear sky above that. This of course is located on Thorbjorn, which is just south of the Blue Lagoon and the power plant, and Yvonne Kunkel's hotel. Yvonne is just over there. She'd be just off the screen on the left hand side, so we know where she is. We got keeping our eyes on her. Anyway, let's leave that be, and we'll get to our next one and see what we've got going on downtown Reykjavik. Looking pretty, and let's that is not quite live though. Let's get that to live. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, looks all right there. Nothing crazy going on, and likely some only Etna's doing that to me. Ah, wow. Only so far, Yvonne. So far, Murphy's Law will strike. Anyway, that's the shot during the daytime there. Didn't look too bad, but we know they had those rain clouds move in, so we'll leave that be. This shot, of course, from the Perlin Center there in Reykjavik, the capital city of Iceland. And let's go to our next shot. This one should be, and we might even be able, well, we can kind of see it. We see the clouds, and then we see the ice pack, and that's Katla. This is Katla at night, and that is pretty impressive. If we go back a little bit more, I want to see if we can spot anything else here. No, earlier the moon wasn't out, so we couldn't see it, but there, and that is present, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's back that one up a whole bunch. I want to see what it looked like earlier here today. And there you can see it once again, but it does have a nice layer of frost on top of it there, so it's hard to see it. It's like a cold cloud hugging the glacier, so pretty cool and nice to see. At least we can see it, and that is our wonderful Katla underneath there. And Katla will be going off on Saturday as soon as Yvonne gets home, and then it'll be good. No, maybe. I'm kidding. I have no idea. Let's go to the next shot, and that's the other one here. Looking at the live is kind of buffering. Don't know why, but maybe it wants to send commercials. I don't know. Come on, you can do it. Anyway, we can see Katla there. It's okay. And if we go back another 5-6 hours, let's see. Is it going to do anything for me, or is it just going to be misbehaving? That screen seems to be misbehaving. Let's just leave that. I'm sure it'll straighten out eventually. Let's go to the last one, and that one is misbehaving too. Let's hit live. There we go, and make that bigger. All right, we can see the UFO sampling over here in the steam vent. There's the city of, or the town of Grindavik, and of course the two radio tower lights. The light over here, that is from the power plant over by the Blue Lagoon. Blue Lagoon's just on this side. That is the city of Reykjavik in the background, or the lights thereof, reflecting off the clouds up top. And of course this is the other geothermal power plant that's there on the peninsula, looking pretty cool. And let's go back about 6 hours and see what it was doing then, if it will allow me. There we go. And yeah, actually a pretty nice looking day. We can see Grindavik in the background. Can't see the towers. We can definitely see steam coming from the other power plant as well. as well as this power plant. So pretty cool. And of course, this natural geyser here just keeps on pumping away and doing its thing. Awesome to see, and that is a beautiful day there. So very, very cool. And let's leave that be. We're going to put it back on live. And it is just about break time, but we're going to go do the harmonic tremor charts real quick, if I can get to them. And we'll look at the ODF chart, and then we'll look at the other ones. So, yep, looking as well, we seen yesterday we had a little bit of a decline at the end of the day here. We did see it pick up and then drop off even more, and quite a ways down. Kind of not so happy. We do see some big quakes in here, and we see our magmatic our tectonic seismicity was going up steadily, and then all of a sudden shot up, and after that event finished, it dropped down, tried to rebuild, but ended up dropping again. And very little as far as tectonic action. It's not like this good thick stuff over here. So telling us things are quieting down, and that's probably because Vaughn's not poking it anymore. Now let's go to a couple of the other charts real quick, and let's see. We'll look for Krivik first off. We do see that coming up as far as our magmatic, and then dropping back down below, well below where we started out. Yay for steam. Steam is nice. Yeah, we want more stuff. And looking at the seismicity, it kind of dropped down just about the same as our ODF chart, and fairly thin as far as our tectonic movement. We do see the quakes in that same time period, so they must have been fairly big right around that area. Let's take a look at that. The next one, that'll be Grindavik. Krivik, of course, to the northwest of, northeast of Frankenfeld, not northwest, northeast. And this sensor, the HRV one, sorry, that's not Grindavik, but it's HRV. That's to the east, so that's kind of it's actually kind of a southwest of where the Krivik sensor is. So we did see it move up a little bit. We do see that quake in there, and then we've seen the decline. And this looks very similar to the one from Krivik, as well as the ODF chart. This one is showing a little bit more tectonic movement in here, so something may be happening around there. Who knows? Anyway, let's take a look at the Grindavik one now that I've got the other one out of the way. Grindavik, and there it is. So yeah, it basically did the same thing as what we were seeing on the other ones. Nothing really crazy. Again, there's that big spike. And I'm not sure what the extra activity was here, but in general, all of them were on a downward swing. A quick peek at our Grimsey, which is to the northern end of Iceland. Well, it's actually its own little island, but we've seen it rise a little bit, but drop fairly far down, kind of I'd say, well, double the distance, or you know, from where it started. So downward, and seismicity all the way across here, basically steady, I guess, if what we want to call it. And same thing with the tectonic movement. Very little movement in that sense. So not sure what the heck is going on there. Quiet before the storm, maybe. And the other one that we want to look at here is Askja, and then it is a break time. Did I pass it? I did. Yep, Askja, nice downward curve, but trying to pick back up near the end of the day. And not that much going on, and then we do see our, that's our magmatic, the seismic here did drop a little bit, and then it started to go back up. End of the day, kind of either leveled out or started going down again, and the tectonic movement there on slight increase, but a little bit more than what we've seen up at Grimsey, but still not a heck of a lot. And we do still see that spike in there, so that must have been a pretty good quake. Now that I'm curious about that quake, I have to go take a peek at it before I take that break. And where is that darn quake? Which quake was it? And I'm looking here. And we had multiple quakes that were 2.5. Yeah, 2.58 is about the biggest quake that I see there. That could have shaken things. And what's the other one? 2.27 there on the peninsula. And a 2 right in there. So that was at 8:32. This other one is at 7:42. Things that make you go, All right, well, I'll figure that out afterwards. Let's get you guys back over onto some wonderful lava. And, and that's not very good lava. That's dried stuff. We want to get wet stuff. Or liquidy stuff. Heated up stuff. How about there? That's moving. All right, for those good people who are here, please, if you haven't yet hit that like button, give it a quick bop. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. And on that friendly note, why did my video stall? Things that make you go, All right, I'm going to go take a break and throw some music at you. And I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. And we'll have some bacon seeds when we come back. And then after that, we'll go through our Icelandic earthquakes. Don't go away. I'll be back. Oh, Yvonne, stop that. You're bad. Oh. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Thank you for the welcome backs from Kananaskis country and Yvonne Kunkel and Sue Hayes. Perhaps an unshaken can of a Pepsi. Well, I hope it's unshaken. And if you do shake your can of Pepsi by accident, make sure you cool it off before you open it. Thank you, Sasha, for the welcome back. And pretty awesome. Anyway, let's keep going here. Yeah, hot mic happens sometimes. It's unfortunate. And thank you, Grandma B. Appreciate it. All right, I did promise bacon seeds. Let's go do that. We'll stop the canned lava. We'll go over there, see what we got. This was the last bacon seed from yesterday. Very talented little pigs. I know Piggy sent some more, or did she? No, she sent more today. She didn't send any more for today. She sent for tomorrow. And unfortunately, she... you know, because of her condition, sometimes she's just not got that get up and go. Anyway, that's our first couple of little bacon seeds, and we remember the golden hot mic. Yep, ginger. They are. That one in the front, absolutely a wonderful looking little pig. Let's go to the next one. We'll see what we got. And if you aren't smiling looking at his face, there's something wrong with you. That is a wonderful looking little happy pig. If you ever seen one, that is a happy looking pig. And yeah, pretty awesome. Yep, spotty piggies. Yep, they do have some spots. Actually, the one that has the hind end towards the camera, it almost looks like a bat on the hind end there, the way it's shaped. It's I can't say it. Oh, bat butt. You don't know. Okay, a bad. Let's carry on and keep going here. Next one is this one here. And he too is a little guy, very, very small, and he's staring into the camera. Yeah, a bat fanny, fanny bat, something like that. All right, cool. This one, I don't know. It's a stare down. Yep, that's what it is. Next one is this little guy, and he looks like he's just learning to walk on that tile floor. A little bit on the slippery side yet. Let's get to our next one, see what we got. And here's one out and about. And he's enjoying his day in the grasses. Not sure what's with his left eye there, but looks like he's got... a brownish color around it. Pretty neat looking. Anyway, nice looking little bacon seed, and we'll carry on and see what else we got. Creamy piggy. Yeah. Oh, here's another smiler. You got to look at these, and you know, when they look at the camera, this one's got blue eyes and a big smile, and it's one of those things when you see that. Yvonne Kunkel, good night, take care, and I'm going back to sleep. Thanks for another good stream, and safe travels if you're heading back home tomorrow. You stay safe, Yvonne, and all the best to you. And hopefully we'll see you on tomorrow night if you got time. Anyway, a wonderful looking bacon seed, and then of course. Let's get to our next one. And burlap piggy. Yep. And the next one is this one. And it says up top there, this little girl is going to break some hearts. Yeah, and that's another little cutie. A beautiful little smile and a nice, clean looking little animal. Very, very cool. And let's get to our next bacon seed and see what we've got. And that is this little one. And that is just a handful. Piggy lashes, yeah, on the other one. This one, I don't know, he's going to grow up to be, I don't know if that's a mini pig or not, but I hope it is, for their sake. That'd be pretty cool. I like those. Anyway, let's get, it's a very tiny. Here's another one with multiple little pigs in there. And these guys are cute. I like their little ears, the way they flop forward. Kind of neat. And I'm actually hearing thunder out there off to the south. And look out the window and I see the clouds are kind of dark over there. I think we might be in for a little bit of a thunderstorm. Anyway, that is an awesome looking batch of little pigs. And they look cute. It's the kind that you just want to go pet them and say, hey, how you doing? So let's get to our last bacon seed for today. And that is a spawn. And that is a very, very happy little pig. Very small and out and about in the field. Looking at the size of the blades of the grass, this is not a very big pig at all. That is pretty normal looking grass, and that's a very, very tiny little piggy. So, cool. Anyway, that's our bacon seeds for today, you guys. So I hope you enjoyed those. And that is, yep, a pig, hamster sized. Yeah, I think a little bigger than a hamster, but, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times. But fairly small nonetheless. Pardon me. And let's get back to where we were going to go, and that was to go take a look at the earthquakes in Iceland. So let me see if we got my mouse over onto that screen. We'll zoom that out a little bit, kind of get an idea. No more 200 plus quakes. We got 89 quakes in the last 24 hours, so not very many. Things are calming down there in Iceland. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll see. Anyway, we'll run through these, or some of them anyway. We'll see what we can get. We didn't look up top yet. I wanted to see, is there anything way up top? Maybe zooming out is better. We don't see anything way up or way down, so that's all right. Let's go with the stuff that's out here. 2.18, 6.5 kilometers down, 21:22 was the time on that, and that's quite a ways out on the Reykjanes Ridge. And we'll zoom in a little bit more here to the Reykjanes Peninsula, and just off in the water here we've got a few. 0.2, 6.2 clicks down, 545, 0.47, 4.9 clicks down from 728, 0.83, 5.6 kilometers down from 523, 0.47, 5.3 kilometers down, 506, 0.76, 5.2 kilometers down, 137, and a little bit bigger one, 1.21, 5.3 kilometers down, 333 this morning, and a 1.41, 5.3 kilometers down from 524. Also have a 0.82 over here, 4.9 kilometers down, a 101 a.m. This one not too far away from the lighthouse. The lighthouse would be right around here. And we see a 1.18, 6.6 kilometers down, a little more than 6.5, I guess. And that is from a 109 a.m. Now over on the power plant is over here. Yeah, these are right inside of the area of the power plant. A 1 in magnitude, 1.04, 6 kilometers down, and a 308 this morning, 1.71. 6 kilometers down from 1838. And then we've got this one here, 1.72, 5.9 kilometers down, 907. And those are very, very close to the power plant. A 0.95, 5.4 kilometers down, 7:15 this morning. A 0.52, 6.6 kilometers down, and that is a 5:49. Then getting a little closer to, well, more central in the peninsula, but closer to the old run here. 1:22 a.m. a 0.33, 3.4 kilometers down, and we're just going to pick a couple more out here. A 0.86, 5.2 clicks down, 5:44 this morning, and some fresher ones. A 0.63, 5.2 kilometers down, 23:16, and this one here, a 0.58, 5.1 kilometers down from 18:50. Gives you a little bit more of an idea of what's going on there. There's our wonderful, and remember how many we had here yesterday, so it's a lot less. Nothing at our wonderful Grindavik, the radio tower lights that we seen in the other shot are right there, and we see the side profile of Grindavik when we see that shot. There's Thorbjorn, that's the one that looks over at Ragnar and sees it just popping over the hill there, so pretty cool. Anyway, Blue Lagoon right there, power plant, the hotel where Yvonne is staying for her last night there, and she'll be on her way home tomorrow. Anyway, a 0.88 on the other side of that hill, 5.9 kilometers down from a 5:43 this morning. Now, just to look at the outline, you can see right here this funny shape that going even into the water here a little more, but they don't have lines for that. It actually goes out a little bit more, I was told. Anyway, we do have kind of a grouping in here that is of interest. I'm going to take a look here. 0.71, 2.4 kilometers down, 4:47 this morning. A 0.48, 1.2 clicks down from 5:31. This guy here is from 4:16 to 0.92, 7 kilometers down. Now if we zoom in, that's the location of Ragnar right there. Okay, and this one down here, this is not Hagi. That's not Creaky area over on the other side. So this one is right in Not Hagi. This is just on the edge of it, right where the lava falls were, down on the bottom. Anyway, this 0.92, 7 kilometers down, 4:16. A 0.8, 7.5 kilometers down, 15:58. A 0.3, 6.7 kilometers down, 21:51. 0.96, 7 kilometers down, and that's 17:03 for him. And a 1.06, 6.7 kilometers down from 15:29. Looking on the other side here, we got a 1.11, 12.1 kilometers down from 7 a.m. and a new one there, 0.84, 12.3 kilometers down, 23:39. Next one over here is from 1748, a 0.56, 7.8 kilometers down for him. And that one getting close to our wonderful Rebbe. Rebbe is right there. 0.2, 5.2 kilometers down, and that's from 8:24. Thank you for the 5-minute warning there. So Ragnar is here, Siggy Fisher is here, and that is Rebbe. And let's go up here. We got a 0.47 underneath a K layer, 2.6 kilometers down from a 2010. And a 0.86 up there, and that's 5.7 kilometers down from 1606. And let's carry on with what's going on in the rest of the world. 2:25 a.m., a 1.01, 4.8 kilometers down. Underneath the lake, a 0.64, 6.6 clicks down, and that is at 1920. We've got a 0 over there, 5.2 kilometers down, 5:37. And there's a 0.54, 5.6 kilometers down, 22:39. And then these two, and this is odd, seeing them fairly close to our wonderful capital city. This is a 2.27, 839 meters down, not very deep. 7:42 this morning. The other one is a 2 in magnitude, 1.4 kilometers down from 8:32. And when was this one? This was 7:42. The other one 8:32. So roughly 50 minutes later. That's interesting to see that. And let's see if we can spot the events. Come on, map. Catch up, please. There we go. 1.11, 5.3 kilometers down, 7:09. And the other one, a 0.45, that's 7.2 kilometers down from a 12:07. Then we got a 1.01, 5.5 kilometers down, 13:55. And then we have a little swarm over here again. The biggest one is a 2.58, 4.9 kilometers down from a 14:42. We've got a 1.31, 6.5 kilometers down, 14:47. Another 2, and that is a 2.13, 4.1 clicks down, 23:27 for him. 1.8, 4.8 kilometers down from a 23:24. And down on the bottom here, 0.64, 2.7 kilometers down, 5:28 this morning. And we'll leave the rest over there. 0.2, 5.2 clicks down, 15:50. And that's interesting, and nothing really crazy going on there, though. Yokel down here has 2 earthquakes, 1.4 and 2.2 kilometers down, 18:43. And from 7:55 a.m., 1.6, 5.2 clicks down. To the north, there we got just a couple of little ones, 0.8, 5.9 kilometers down, 15:38 for that one, and a 1.1, 5.2 clicks down from 10:04. Out here, just on the edges of Katha, 0.9, 5.1 kilometers down from 21:32, or yeah, that's right. And this one from 16:30, a 0.9, 5.4 kilometers down. Another 0.9, 5.2 clicks down, 19:27. 18:28, we had a 0.7, 5.2 kilometers down. And the freshest one in the group, a 0.8, 1.4 kilometers down, 21:09. And next one is a 1.8, 12.5 kilometers down from a 1:57. And a 2.1, 2.5 kilometers down, and that's from a 19:59. Then we got a 1.2, a little closer to Yokel, but still within the confines of Katla. Anyway, a 1.2, 5.2 kilometers down, 5 minutes after 4 a.m. Sliding up a little bit, let's see what we got here. A 2.28, 8.5 kilometers down, 12:30 is the time on that one. 2.1, 1.3 kilometers down, 11:40. And a 1.17. Let's get on the 1.17. There we go. 7.4 kilometers down from a 6:32. These are all over at the Grimsvatn. And then we got, looks like a 3 here at Bardabunga. 2.28, 2.6 kilometers down. And 3:04 was the time on that. The other quake right beside it is not that one. Where is it? There it is, a 1.1, 600 meters down from 7:16 this morning. And a 0.7 is 5.2 kilometers down from 12:17. And let's see how many quakes we got left. We can finish this and then I'll go for the break. Askja had 2 small quakes, a 0, 3.1 kilometer down from 9:27, and a 0.2, 5 kilometers down from 2200. North of Herdebreit, we got 1.2, 8.7 kilometers down, 6:30 this morning, and the 0.1, 5.5 kilometers down from 1902. Moving up seems to be the like 2s or 3s here. 0.42 and 6.3 kilometers down from 34 minutes after midnight. 37 minutes after midnight, a 0.79, 10.8 kilometers down, and a 0.07, 5.6 clicks down from 39 minutes after midnight. What else we got? 1.11, 2.9 kilometers down, 11:02, and this 0.89 didn't make it to a 1, and that's a 5.3 kilometers down from 1845. That's it for our earthquakes today there in Iceland, ladies and gentlemen. So let's, what happened? Is there some malfunction? Or am I starting to sound like max headroom? Oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, I'm going to put you back on the canned lava, and let's see if a max will go away then. We'll see what happens. For those good people who are here, if you haven't, yeah, okay now, all right. For those good people here, if you haven't yet hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. Why don't you hit that like button? Anyway, enough of the max headroom stuff. I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Keep smiling, and careful what you throw into that lava. I'll be back. Thanks. Turning off the mic again. And there we go. The microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream, and thanks for being here. And thank you for the welcome back there, Sue. And let's see, we got some lovely lava on the screen, but we're going to pause that. Thank you, Condor, and welcome. And thanks there, Ken and Aska's Country, and Sasha and Brian, Perfectability 999. Thank you. Let's head on over. Grenzed also here. Kia Ora, Grenzed. Good to see you. Yeah, I see you say it's blowing a gale there. Okay, I hope it's okay. We'll take a look at what the storm stuff is like later on. But anyway, getting over to Popocatépetl, and that is what it looks like right now at 1841, and same time as us, of course, which is really nice. And we see it is sitting, we've got a cloud sitting right on top of it, and we can't see any output, unfortunately. So pretty cool though. Let's see if we can go back a little bit and see. Couple hours ago, maybe 2.5 hours, and we'll see. There, that cloud is kind of still sitting there. I think it's off gassing a little bit on the slow side today. I'm not doing a heck of a lot from what I can see here, and that was earlier from 1400 or 2 p.m. And let's see, somewhere around noonish here, 11:46 in the morning. Yep, it's off gassing, but not doing a heck of a lot. No heavy tephra or ash in there. Moving back a little bit more. That's what we're seeing there. A little bit more smoke blowing to the right-hand side there. Not sure which direction that actually is, but we do see it. It's still cooking, doing its thing. But not by much, and we're getting a little earlier in the day. That is at 8:15 a.m. about the same activity, really nothing fancy going on there. And this is just about all the way in the morning, 6:48 a.m. Let's see if we can push that back a little bit further. That is first thing, 6:40. That's as far as we can go. And there you go. You can see the golden time kind of, and that had a little bit more of the darkened material coming out at that point, but everything is fairly light and white for the rest of the day. So let's carry on, and we'll leave that be. That is our wonderful Popocatépetl in central Mexico. Let's take a look at our next shot. I'm not even sure if they're showing anything, and that is our wonderful, yep, they are live, our wonderful Fuego, and Fuego is in Guatemala. A lot of the times we get this kind of thing happening, where they have nothing to show, and of course they don't leave the stream running. And this happens to be one of those times. Well, actually, if we go back, we can manage to go back about 9 hours and 35 minutes ago, and that is what we were seeing then. So we do have a little bit of action there, not a heck of a lot, as it was peeking out through the clouds. 8:36 this morning, that's what we've seen there. A little bit of a puffiness, so all cool. And Kevin Williams popped in. Plenty of fresh lava on slopes. Yeah, there's a lava on the slopes. On the inside. What? Colorado, Oklahoma. Okay. Who's in Oklahoma? Okay, never mind. Don't confuse me. I thought you're in California. Yeah. Never mind. Let's leave that guy be. We're going to make that smaller. That is our wonderful Fuego in Guatemala. Not a heck of a lot to see there. Next shot here, that is going to get refreshed. We'll get a new one. And not so good looking. 6:45 p.m. and that is our wonderful Messiah volcano in Nicaragua, and definitely glowing. I'd love to see what's going on inside. Is that crater finally filling up with lava? I wish they'd get that camera working again. Or maybe that's the problem. There's lava and they can't put the camera there. Next one is Recon de la Vieja in Costa Rica. And yep, we're seeing a volcano gray with a jungle. And it's a jungle out there. Can't see a darn thing. Darn it! Okay, let's leave that be. And next one, going down to Chile, and I gotta refresh this. Unfortunately, I did not capture anything from the daytime, but we can have a look and see what's going on. So this one is Lascar in Chile, and we can definitely see it is off-gassing right now. So it is throwing out some gases, and how badly that's coming out there, and I don't know about looking at the other side here. We see a pretty heavy stream over there, but we don't see any other clouds coming in, so one must think that is coming from the volcano, and if that is the case, that's a pretty heavy duty. I've been watching Villarrica on my big screen TV. Yep, Villarrica is cool. Let's take a look at our next one, and that is Laguna del Mole, and not a heck of a lot to see there, really. Yeah, they have kind of, it's all snow over there. There's nothing happening. Let's leave it be. That one is always nice, but nothing really cool. And here is Villarrica, and Villarrica, of course, glowing from the top, and this is from 2100 and onward, and looks pretty cool. I like to be able to see that. Time for bedism, a night. Good night, everyone. Oink oink. Good night there, wonky donkey. Get some rest. Sleep well in your stable. I don't know. Do you sleep standing up on all fours? Just had to ask. I know animals do that once in a while. At least horses do. Maybe donkeys do too. I have no idea. Anyway, it's a pretty nice shot there to be able to see that. Alright, let's leave that be, and we'll put that back to where it needs to be, and we will carry on to our next volcanoes, and that is over to Merapi. And let's see if Merapi will make us happy. Let's see, where is Merapi? Maybe we'll try that one. Yep, that might work. Merapi. Come on, get bigger. There we go. Lots of smoke and stuff coming off the top. Lots of activity up on the top here. Very interesting to see that. And we look at the chart here. A little while ago, it had a pretty darn big quake going on there. Not sure when that was happening. Let's see if we can back up a little bit and see if there is something going on, or did we go too far? Yep, I think we went too far. I want to see where that quake was happening. It's going to be tough to find it. Likely went way too far. Let's see, maybe there? Nope. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'm not going to be able to see it here. Let's see if I can spot it. Right there, maybe a little bit further ahead. There we go. Alright, there we can see the big quake develop, and that is a quake of some sort. I'm kind of watching for action up here while that was going on. I didn't see anything. We do see the camera shaking a little bit. I don't know if that's because of wind or maybe a tremor in the area. Interesting. Could be a little bit of an earthquake. So, Yep, a little shaken. That's, yeah, and it seems to have pretty much stabilized again. Well, almost. Yeah, something was shaking it a little bit. So anyway, let's go back a little bit more, see if we can spot some wonderful lava flowing down the hill. We need to see real bacon, and this is a little glow spot up there. And let's see if that did anything. Right about here. Wasn't in focus, but hey, it's okay. That does show quite a bit of lava flow. Unfortunately, the other shots here are no good, and this one is shaken and moving, and not the most stable camera. So, and there's another batch of lava being delivered, as we can see that starting to really glow and move down the hill. And let's see, yeah, we can see it starting to move a little bit again. So there it goes, lava flow, a bacon, and that is what we've got. Unfortunately, we're not seeing it in beautiful color like what I'd like to see it in, but that is an interesting scenario though. And let's see, yep, that did go all the way down the hill, and that is pretty cool. And it even kind of you could see it in that center left camera as well. Not very well, but you can see it burning through the cloud work. Anyway, let's back that up a little bit more, and we'll see what else we had in there. This was from 50 minutes after midnight. Again, we see that fairly large area there, and those, you know, it's very rocky up top there. They've got some really huge boulders, so for that lava to squeeze in and around some of those things is pretty awesome. And then when it does get going, we could see some larger boulders going down the hill as well, and that's always dangerous. Some of those things are huge. Anyway, we did see a little bit more shaking activity, as you can see right in there, but I don't know how much of that was producing a lava flow. We don't see a heck of a lot. There's a little bit of a glow. And there we are seeing a little bit jetting down the actual volcano, but still not in color. I want color, darn it. I'm just that way. Looking back, there's our color camera, but we're not able to see anything. And let's see if we can go back a little bit more. Oh yeah, they had it switched back to black and white, and then a color earlier. Oh, I think we may have found a location with a little bit of bacon. Maybe not. Okay, let's go ahead a little bit more. Tiny bit of colorful bacon, and that is always nice. Just a little, that's all you get. And lava rocks. Yeah, actually, some of those rocks are not necessarily lava rocks. They're just huge boulders that were brought up by the pressure of the lava. And it's interesting to see that sometimes. Anyway, prior to that, the main camera was actually offline for a while, so we'll leave that be. We'll put that one back to live, make it smaller. That's the present condition, 7:55 a.m. there at Merapi in Central Java. Let's move to our next camera, and I don't believe we're going to be able to see much, as Gren had said, they have a little bit of a gale going on, and this, of course, is New Zealand. This is Mount Ruapehu hiding in the clouds over there. You can just barely see the edges, and that's it. So it's there, but yep, weather conditions are not the greatest. Let's leave that one be. We're going to actually make that smaller. Go over to our next shot, and this one is, hopefully it's working. There we go. And that is Taupo. and you can see the lake is there on the pole. Normally you'd be able to see Mount Ruapehu off in the distance here, but unfortunately because of all that rain and cloud and the gale, then you don't get to see a heck of a lot. Very cloudy weather. Hey Bob, welcome, good to see you. Anyway, that's what's going on there. Nothing happening, no Archies and fleas or anything. And then of course we see the wind is blowing pretty good on these little flags here. I like those flags, those are cool. Anyway, this is courtesy of Suncourt Hotel and Conference Center in Taupo, and we like it. Awesome shot, and thank you for those guys. And putting it back here, let's see, we can pop over to our next one. How come you're buffering? Okay now. What? 80s are back. 80s are back. Buffering here too. And my bit rate's actually pretty good right now. That is weird. Yep, we're 5x5, and he says, me too. And yeah, and that's weird because my bit rate is right where it should be right now. It's, you know, relatively close to the 4630 that is kind of the middle point here. At least stays within about 40 or 50 bits or kilobits, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's get over to that one. I gotta find my screen here. Where are we? There we are. Let's first check and see if Taal is got his live running right now or not. We'll take a look as soon as it comes up. Oh yeah, sure, it come up on a blank page. That doesn't help much. Okay, and nope. Streamed 4 days ago is the last one we seen from Taal, so let's leave that one be. Going over to Semeru, and let's see if we can get that on live. I don't know why that is back by 6 or 7 hours. Makes no sense. Alright, I'm confused. There, that's live. Let's make it a full screen. Somebody's out suntanning or something. I have no idea. They're putting out blankets or something, or tarps. Are they suntanning? Is that what's going on there? And I got the 3-minute warnings. Thanks, Sue. Anyway, that is our wonderful Semeru and East Java, Indonesia. And let's back that up a little bit, see if we spot any lava flows. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing a lot. Let's see, is that as high as it goes? No, we got better. Let's go to that. There we go. And not seeing anything there. I wonder why. No output. I want to see lava. And of course it's fairly light because of the moonlight, and then earlier they had clouds and fog, so we won't see much there. Next one, we'll go over and have a look at this guy and take a look and see. We'll refresh it. There we go, and see if they had anything new for today. No, nothing new on Mayon from Lava TV cabs. So we'll leave it on our wonderful Semeru and make that one smaller. And it is time for a break. After the break, we'll have a quick peek at maybe a Yellowstone and our Japanese stuff and go from there. So pretty cool. Anyway, canned lava. That's what we're looking for. It's way over here in the can. Alright, got it. And that is now running. For those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit the like button, please give it a bop. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing if you feel we've earned it. Let's see. Oh, Madam Rutsa did get a volcano update. Thanks, Sue. We'll see what we can do with that right away and go from there. Why is my computer stalling, or is it just their feed? Something going on. And why did it have to go black? Something strange. I wonder if we got internet crisis. Anyway, I'm going to go take a break, ladies and gentlemen. I keep smiling, play nice in the lava, and I'll be back in 5, 6, or 7 minutes. Thanks. microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX on live stream with a rogue hamster. And speaking of hamsters, welcome, old mummy of hamsters. Thank you for the welcome backs from Sue as well, and old mummy of hamsters. And yeah, rogue hamsters. They come along every once in a while. They're just the way it is, I guess. But let's go over and take a look at our wonderful Yellowstone. I wanted to get over there. I don't know if I can get that to go live really quickly. I gotta find it. Where is it? There it is. It's that big screen that's not moving. Let's refresh it and see if we can get that to go. There we go. All right, so Yellowstone National Park, and that is wonderful. We see the steam geysers off-gassing there, doing their thing, and pretty cool view. I like it, and there's some people wandering around out there as well. You can see them on the sidewalks there. And and they zoom back. There's others here, bipedal creatures. See a few out here in the mist. Those might even be Sasquatches. That might be an abominable snowman standing beside that tree. I have no idea what's going on in that place. Anyway, nice to see that. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. Let's leave that place and let's go over to our next one. I was hoping a darn ice cream boat would get in there before we got to it, but no ice cream boat. I hate when that happens. Sakurajima in Japan, right near Kagoshima. And this is what we're seeing of the volcano. No ice cream boats at all. You're lagging. I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000. I'm not lagging. I'm right here. I'm alive. I'm in the Lurkers Lounge. Oh, is that where you are, Bob? Okay, no problem. And hopefully that things will pick up for you there, Sharon. I know it's... No, I was? Oh, okay, you were. All right, we'll blame it on you. We'll go to the next shot, and let's see if we can get that to update and get bigger and go live. Why is that not live? Let's try getting it to live. There we go. We got it to live. Anyway, that's what it looks like a little closer up, and some nice white billowing clouds coming out of it. So likely a bunch of different gases and steam. If it was a little bit more SO2 rich, we'd see a more orangey color to it maybe, or a little bit darker than what it is, but we'll see what happens when we get to that part. If we go back, what is this, about 2 hours and 15 minutes, a little mushroom cloud coming out of there. Not a heck of a lot happening from Sakurajima, as far as we can tell, even though it does have that hot lava inside that caldera. And if we go back a little bit more here, you can kind of see a glow. I gotta remember we did have moonlight out as well, so that is not helping seeing the glow of lava. The clouds are being lit up quite well. And going back a little bit more, yeah, still hard to tell if there's any glow going on there, but at least we can see it. And that is from a 2, and this is like about 1 a.m. and still doing its thing. If we go back a little bit further, we see another straight up shot, so not a heck of a lot of wind, but we are definitely seeing some color in here. So that is got some hot lava sitting in that caldera, lighting up the plume. So pretty cool. And we'll go back a little bit more here. 2300, and couldn't tell about that plume, about the lava. Too much stuff in the way, I guess. fairly thick at the time. Can't see it. Anyway, let's get this. Oh, I gotta turn that back off. And back to live. We're gonna make that smaller. Real quick peek. Is the ice cream boat in yet? Oh, come on. Why is it taking so long? No ice cream boat. Not yet. Okay. Let's go to the next volcano. That will be ASO. And let's see if ASO is there. So, yep, a lot better day at ASO today. And I hope it stops buffering soon. Not sure why it's buffering. Bit rates are within reason. A little bit high there for a second or two, but still right within the margins. So okay now. All right. Let's see. I gotta find my mouse. There it is, or hamster. I do see some steam coming out of there. It looks fairly dark grayish though, and I'm wondering, are we seeing more SO2 rising? We did have quite a bit of moisture in the last few days, so I'm sure that little basin is full of water, and we'll see some more off-gassing or steaming. Let's go back to just right around sunrise and see if it was steaming then. And let's see. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Well, that is a nice sunrise. I got it right at the star point where we see the lens flares. That's pretty awesome. Sun rays poking through, you guys. That is pretty neat. And let's see if we go back a little bit better. When you're a buffer, you stutter too. Do I stutter too? And Russell Brainerd here, welcome. Me too, you're buffering too? Anyway, that's right at sunrise here. That's what we were seeing. A little bit of puffing and nothing crazy. Let's leave that guy be, and we're going to put him back on live. And I'm not sure if all of this is from here, but it definitely is doing a little bit more now, so that is pretty cool. And we'll make that smaller, and we'll go to our next one. This is Osama. Wow, Sharon Stewart, thank you very kindly for gifting that 5-pack of memberships. I'm writing that down here. Sharon Stewart. Thank you very kindly, Sharon. And, oh, wow. Hey, Susie got nailed. And that is an awesome one. Gifted 5, and we got Russell got one, Susie got one, Grenzed got one, Philomena got one, and Don Arnold. Awesome gifting, a nice shot. That was very cool there, Sharon Stewart. And thank you very kindly for gifting. And congratulations to those 5. That is very, very cool to see. So, yeah, that is pretty awesome. Thank you. And anyway, looking at Asama-san is off-gassing fairly heavily at 10:46 a.m. Let's back it up a couple hours, see what it was doing earlier. Bingo, Russell was the goal, and Susie too from the other day. Wow. Gren and Philomena and Dawn too. Huge. Yep, you nailed it. It was an awesome targeted shot. And it hit bingo all the way home. Anyway, that is a great. Love it. Okay, and thank you very kindly for that, Sharon. That is very kind of you and awesome. Okay, so we'll see a little bit more there. Let's go back another couple of more hours here, getting into twilight, I guess, or pretty close to it. Just as the sun is rising, we do see it was still off-gassing then, and we should have good visibility at night too. Yep, there it is. Puffing at nighttime with some overhead clouds and the moon lighting everything up. That is an awesome shot. I like it. Not the best clarity. Do they have anything better than 720? No, apparently not. Okay, so and that was about the best we got. After that, if we go back a little bit further, there was cloud in there and you couldn't see a heck of a lot. So good with what we got. I like it. Let's put that back on live. That is what it is doing currently, and that is Osama, about 100 kilometers to the west of Tokyo. All right, the ice cream boat has arrived. They've just docked. Head down and get your ice cream. You go down the road, down that road, turn at the lights, and down to the dock. You'll see the ice cream stand. They set up every time they come. So hurry, get on down, get your ice cream at the ferry terminal. They've got an awesome ice cream stand, from what I understand. All right, let's leave it there and move on. Where do we want to go next? Well, let's do this, and we'll put it back on the canned lava for now, and we'll let that do its thing, and we'll do the volcano report. Ooh, what happened to that? That was blurry for a second. Oh, hang on, I was going to show the other one. Hang on, I'll get it set up here. Let's see, we'll get to that, and then we'll go here, and I will get that one, and click on this, and we'll see what we've got. And I might have to, I'm working on trying to get to all on here. Why is it not showing me yet? It's not loading! It's trying to. It's slow in loading. I have no idea what it's doing. It says it loaded it. I got a white screen. Oh, okay. There we go. We'll go show that real quick. This is our Taal volcano update, and you can see it there with the puffing and some nice cloud action happening. Not sure if that's all from Taal, but that is what we're seeing there. So Taal is off-gassing, at least that is what I am assuming, and that is pretty cool. So very awesome, and let's leave that be there, and we'll go put this back on the canned lava, and we'll go get rid of that one for now, and we'll get the volcano report done. Help yourselves. Thanks for the ice cream. Virtual yummies are all better than no yummies. Anyway, for our volcano report, late Wednesday's volcanic activity, 5 volcanoes. Semeru, East Java, ground reported of eruption with volcanic ash to 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters reported at 1815. Sabancaya, intermittent emissions of volcanic ash to 27,000 feet, 8,200 meters, and that's at 1945. Popocatépetl, central Mexico, volcanic ash emissions continuing to 21,000 feet, 6,400 meters, reported at 2000. Ebu on Halmahera Island, a discrete eruption with volcanic ash to 7,000 feet, 2,100 meters, reported at 2315. Dakono didn't want to be left alone, also on Halmahera Island in Indonesia, and that is Ibu's buddy. A volcanic ash to 7,000 feet, 2,100 meters, reported at 23:30, so 15 minutes later, and that is pretty awesome. That's for yesterday. We have 10 for today, so let's have a look and see what we've got. Thursday's volcanic activity, 10 volcanoes. Semeru, East Java, Indonesia. Ground report of eruption 2, 14,000 feet, 4,300 meters at 30 minutes after midnight. Reventador in Ecuador, new volcanic ash emissions 2, 14,000 feet or 4,300 meters at 1:30 a.m. And then volcanic ash emissions observed to 16,000 feet or 4,900 meters at 12 noon. Luotolak, Lesser Sunda Island, Indonesia. Ground report of eruption to 7,000 feet, 2,100 meters reported at 1:45 a.m. Stromboli, Aeolian Island, Italy. A separate report from 2:53 a.m. We'll take a look at that one after. Sangay in Ecuador, possible volcanic ash emissions to 20,000 feet, 100 meters reported at 3 a.m. No volcanic ash observed at 1400. Mayon, Luzon Island, Philippines, eruption, volcanic ash cloud unknown height, reported at 3:30 a.m. Next one is our lava moving? I'm on the wrong screen here. I need to make sure that's moving. There, it looks like it's moving. Where was I? I got, got Mayon. Sabancaya in Peru, continuous ash emissions to 24,000 feet, 7,300 meters, reported at 7:30 this morning, and again at 17:30. And Ibu, Halmahera Island, Indonesia, back in there, discrete volcanic ash emissions, or volcanic ash eruption to 7,000 feet and 2,100 meters reported at 11 a.m. That discrete and a volcano just doesn't work together. Popocatépetl, central Mexico, volcanic ash emissions observed to 20,000 feet, 6,100 meters, reported at 14:15. And Fuego in Guatemala, volcanic ash emissions observed to 17,000 feet, 5,200 meters, reported at 14:30. And thank you, Sue, for sending that in. And I think I do have that other one loaded. I will take a look at it and see what we've got going on. And there it is. So, yeah, and that is volcanodiscovery.com showing Stromboli. Stromboli volcano, Aeolian Island, Italy. New lava flow from Sierra del Fuoco, if I said it right. Anyway, that is the shot from yesterday, or today, I guess. No, yesterday, their time. And we kind of peeked in and seen that. But anyway, the lava flow on the Sierra del right. Anyway, there's the thermal image of that one as well, and you can definitely see some lava flow there, and looks like it does light up the trail or little canyon right in there. Pretty cool, and that puts it back to this one. So new lava effusion began at the Volcano Summit crater yesterday. INGV reported that the volcano overflowed the North Crater Terrace and commenced to descend onto the Sierra del Fuoco. The lava came out at about 12:28 local time, flowing by vigorous spatter from the vent. So, in other words, yeah, it's coming out. The bursting lava spattering still continuing at the time of this update, and the live stream here. Oh, will it show us a live stream? Well, I'll see if it actually does. I don't want to see that. Whose is that? I don't know whose that live stream is. That's not a live cam. This is. No, that's a Vendetta. We are not allowed to put them on there. So that is interesting that they are grabbing that. But anyway, that is pretty interesting, and yeah, it's doing its thing. The reason we can't show it is they will give us strikes if we show their material, and that is something I don't need. Anyway, bursting lava spattering, blah blah blah, is feeding the lava, and thus keeps the flow active. Frequent glowing rock falls tumble down along the Sierra del Fuoco to the shore as a flow front block detaches from the lava flow. So yeah, pretty cool stuff, and goes down the hill. Pretty normal. So that is pretty good there. And that takes care of that report. Let's put us back over onto the canned lava. So I guess what we've got left is to do earthquakes and then our SO2. So we'll go get ready for the break now. For those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out and give it a quick bop. That'd be really awesome of you. Also, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. Would be really cool too. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to go take a break for a little while, 5, 6, 7 minutes, something like that. And then we'll be back to do earthquakes around the world. Don't go away. Thanks. we go. Microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. And thank you for the welcome backs from Cananaskis country and Sue Hayes. And Sharon Stewart's too busy drinking something, coffee or Pepsi. And she may not be able to type. We can hear. Oh, there it is. I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000. Oh, I hear you, Dr. Fox 2000. Welcome back, Uncle Doc from Oh Mummy of Hamsters. Thank you. Hera, goddess of the hearth. Oh boy. And awesome. And see, Brian is still hanging in there too. All cool. All right, let's leave our can lava be, and we will just pop over to our earthquakes and see what's shaking around the world. Let me get onto the right map. And I know there were some big quakes in a few places. We'll get to the, well, we'll do this one first. 5.8 in the Coral Islands. There's our Kamchatka Peninsula. There's Japan down here. But the 5.8, that's pretty big. From 1140, 15.1 kilometers down. And I'm sure that would have shaken even the Japanese areas here as well. The disputed areas would have been rocking a bit. Anyway, let's leave that be, and we don't see anything else on the Kamchatka. Nothing really major here in our Aleutian Islands. Biggest one that I seen in here was a 3 Ridgeway, Alaska, 1713, 80, what is it, 78.5 kilometers down. Looking in the wrong place. Darn it. And here's another one, 3.1. Pardon me. From 1756, 17.8 kilometers down for that guy. Let's keep going and go down the coast here, and not seeing too much of anything till we get to about there. We see a 3.1, and that is in Arizona. That is interesting. I didn't realize there'd be quakes there. And where's that? Near Tucson. So, yep, that is a good sized quake. 3.1. I'm sure the people in the vicinity would have felt something. Anyway, 4:50 a.m. and 5 kilometers down. And that is cool. All right, nothing too big to hurt anyone anyway. Sliding down a little bit more, central areas of our Americas, and we have a 4.6 there in El Salvador from 1346, 66.6 kilometers down. And then we go down to Colombia down here, 4.1, and that's from 28 minutes after midnight. 52.8 kilometers down. Moving down the coast of South America, we see a 4.2, and that is Chilean 1, 57 minutes after midnight, 67.1 kilometers down for him. Taking a peek at the South Sandwich Islands, don't see anything over there. Nothing new on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Moving up, nothing new there in New Zealand, and still moving up further. Our Kermadec Ridge is pretty good, and nobody is shaken. Fiji, though, they got a 4.4 from 1219, and that is 561 kilometers down. And next one is a 4.9 from 1727, also in the Fiji region. And that is 598.7 kilometers down. Now we get over here. There's a Vanuatu, and what is this? A 6.1. Wow, that's from 8:40 a.m. 127.5 kilometers down. That would have definitely shaken things in this area, including up here in the Solomons and that area, and probably even felt down here in Loyalty Island region as well as New Caledonia. That's a huge quake, 6.1. And then we have some swarming going on here in Papua New Guinea. Interesting to see that 5.2 there from 1343, 89.7 kilometers down. Next one is 4.5 from 1339, 10 clicks down, and 4.7 from 1814, 35 kilometers down, and we'll get that other one underneath there, 5.7 from 1321, 48.9 kilometers down. And then the latest one, 5.5 from 1919, 57.2 kilometers down for that guy. So that's what's shaking in Papua New Guinea. Let's see what else we got here. And this is a Banda C 4.9, 8 a.m. and 173.2 kilometers down. This one is also Banda C from 5:16 a.m. 153.5 kilometers down. Let's grab this guy here. 4.9 from Sanana, Indonesia. Sanana. We could change that to a B in front and call it banana. No, never mind. Sanana. All right, from 3:05 a.m., 9.2 kilometers down for that one, and in Sanana. Anyway, let's take a look at these other ones. 4.9, bottom end of the Philippines, from 11:06 a.m., 36.4 kilometers down. Next one up a little bit further, 4.7, and that's out in the deep. And that is 11:26 a.m., 10 kilometers down for that guy. And what? The swarm is in Ulawan area. Okay, cool. So that is, yeah, that would be where Ulawan, isn't it on this big island? Or somewhere in right in here. One of these here. Anyway, yeah, pretty cool. We'll spot that on the other map right away. We'll try that. Actually, we got it here. Let's take a look. If we go this way and zoom in. Come on, zoom in. You can do it. And they're not, well, I didn't refresh this out then I had to 8 hours ago. No, that's because I haven't refreshed this. I just came to see where it is. There's Manam, there's the other one. Let's zoom in. There it is, right there. So let's zoom in on it and get a better idea where it actually is located. So it's over there on the other side, but it is in that region. So, and we were seeing the quakes out here, and maybe one right there. So, buffering. I hope it's not buffering anymore. Should be a solid now. And let's go take a look here at this map. If we zoom in, and yeah, so it's over here, and this is where the quakes were happening, and the other end of the island. So that's where we got it. So yep, here too, Sue. Buffering, sounding like max headroom. All right, let's leave that be. Hopefully we got everything there. Snow in Bunny Land. No, that's rain. It's called rain. It's too warm to snow. All right, moving up though, we did have the other one here in the Sea of Japan, and that's a 4.5, 8:29 this morning, 10 kilometers down for that one. And moving over, looking for anything else We don't see anything in China or up here in Afghanistan, Pakistan areas, nothing there. But hey, I have to throw in my commercial. I have lots for sale in Somalia for a reasonable price. I guarantee you beachfront property within a million years. 4.6 there, and that is from 2353 yesterday, and 9.8 kilometers down. And yeah, we'll give you the big rift discount on all properties that are purchased now, and guaranteed that we're going to have this break off. And island stuff, it'll be gorgeous there for a couple million years. You'll enjoy. It's money well spent. So it's already snowing in Colorado. Don't come in here swearing like that, David. If C&D boy, if he talks more about snow, you time him out, okay? Anyway, that quake there, so 4.6, yep, and that is on that rift area, and that's right at the corner of the plate here, and that of course is the African plate, and then you got the Somalian plate, and then there's another little guy in here as well, microplates. I don't know all the names, but that's what they got in there. Anyway, let's have a quick peek in our wonderful Hawaii and see if we got anything happening there. And let's zoom in here a little bit more. Pahala region first, and we'll just go through all of them. We'll see what we got. 2.3, 7:35 a.m. And again, you can take 4 hours off of that time to get Hawaiian time, and that's 33.7 kilometers down for him. This one is 1.8 from 1843, 31 clicks down. 2.3 from 3:16 a.m. at 33.8 kilometers down. This one is a 1.7 from 4:45, 31.5 kilometers down. And a 1.9 from 2:29 a.m. 32.8 kilometers down. And then we got this guy, a 1.3 from 3:21 a.m. and that's 29 clicks down. Then there's our Kilauea, and we've got these three. I don't know what's going on here. 1.8, 10:01 a.m. 29.7 kilometers. And these are numbers below sea level, of course, so it could be a little bit higher yet to get to any surface if there was lava coming up or magma coming up. Anyway, 2.4 from 12:45, 31.1 kilometers down, and 2.1 from 12:45, 7.1 kilometers down, a lot shallower than the other ones. But still, really not that much happening there in Hawaii, and I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I know it's not good for tourists, but hey, it is the way it is. Maybe another volcano would be really, really cool. Getting my summer bearing going. Beard? What? Beard? Beard going. A summer beard? You got a summer beard? I never have one of those. We don't have summer here. We have construction and winter. Those are two, or winter and construction, if you like to say it the other way around. Anyway, that is kind of what we're seeing there, and our shakers, and of course we're going to keep an eye on the area here. So pretty cool to see. So the volcano that is right there, so it's actually the bigger one out of the two. There's two there. So if we're looking, this right there is our Ulaun volcano, and there. So pretty cool. Let's actually zoom in on that. Got a minute or so. What we can spot, if anything. Oh, that's nice. We can actually see it. That is a nice looking little volcano. Big too, it's not so little. Winter and 3 months of rough sledding. Yeah. Getting a little closer. It actually looks like it's smoking in this shot. Pretty awesome. Nice to see that. That's so Ula-un, if I said it right. Ula-un. Neat volcano, and nice to be able to look at that. Cool stuff. All right, let's zoom back out, and that gives us a pretty good idea where that is. And the other one here, this one, I don't know what volcano is close to it. Looks like they got a tropical lake or swimming pools in the top of this one. That's for the lava workers. See, nobody ever talks about that. The lava workers have their own swimming pools. Never mind, and that's a bad joke. Okay, let's leave that alone, and we'll leave it there. Gonna get that SO2 map ready, and we'll take a look at some of that, and let's see if we can bring it up. Windy.com, and we'll get that going, and put it on SO2, and just have a sneak peek. Ugh. No, I didn't want a sneak peek. All right, well, we might as well get into it. Let's go have a look at it. And there we go. Not so good looking a map. Let's just browse around here for a second. Just looking up at the north. It's not that bad north of Russia and Europe, but it certainly is north of Canada here. We see that flame going up here, and somebody throwing stuff over to Baffin Island, no? Maybe Greenland. Anyway, starting out here, Kamchatka Peninsula. Very interesting to see the patterns here, but we've got Shivlish as well as Bezimiani, Klyashevskoy, Karimsky, and Mutton. What is it? Mutnovsky. Thank you for the 4-minute warning. Yeah, Mutnovsky. And then Ibiko down here doing their thing. That's all from them. Moving over a little bit, and we do see some pluming coming off of this area and getting up there. That is likely Sheldon, and that is this one here. Not seeing how much, because there's already some SO2 still in there from its last eruption. And speaking of last eruption, this is where most of that SO2 is sitting now, right off the coast of British Columbia, and it has infiltrated British Columbia, as well as already gone through and sitting over top of Edmonton. Look at the numbers, 124.7 points. That's not good. We have to breathe that. We got some rain happening though, and that rain will definitely help locally to get rid of some of that SO2. But as you can see, it is up through the Yukon, Northwest Territories, and the remnants here also into Nunavut, and sitting over top of the Hudson's Bay, as well as, of course, over Alberta, Saskatchewan, and a good portion of Manitoba. We are seeing some SO2 levels in northern Ontario, a little higher stuff, and not so bad out in the eastern side of our Canadian country here. A little bit better there for some of the people. Still not the greatest though. Let's see, why is my computer slowing down? Bit rates are going really wonky here. Alright, the bit rates are back down to where they should be. Okay, that should be better now. Anyway, looking at what we've got here, looks like a circulation that's kind of right over the tip of the Ontario Panhandle here, and the Great Lakes region is getting some twirling action, so pretty intense, and of course not so bad, and it's getting rid of some of that SO2. looking at what we've got here, it's hard to tell if this bottom piece here is from Hawaii still. I think it is, but we had also know Popocatépetl was putting out quite a bit, as well as Mexico City. So we still see that right there. So that is pretty normal. And Central America, nothing too crazy. Same thing with Colombia, still putting out SO2, Sabancaya, not producing too much. And our Chilean volcanoes and industrial stuff still going on there and still going strong. Looks like Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, that area must have got some rain or something. Looking a lot lighter there, so that is cool. And looks like we've got some more stuff coming up. Not sure where this is coming from, or this, so it's hard to say. But we know there's some coming from a White Isle volcano, which is located here. And this could be some plumes coming out of the gassed out, undersea volcanoes in the Kermadec Ridge area here. Don't know for sure. Anyway, Tofua doing its thing. And then, of course, down here, we see that higher level. I'm not sure where that stuff's from. Not so much around Melbourne there. The refinery's taking it easy, and we've got the coking plants north of Sydney. Tofua is okay. Yasur, not bad. They had that big quake here, and Gawa and Aoba are doing their thing. And our wonderful, we got Mayon and a few of the other volcanoes here in Papua New Guinea, including this one here, Ulawan, something like that. Anyway, I'm gonna mess that name up 100 times. I gotta practice that. Anyway, we'll leave it. I'll practice later. In the dark when nobody's watching. That's better that way. Not so much coming from Luotolak. We do see Semeru had quite a spot there, so it's continuing to do its thing. Higher levels today than what we did yesterday there for Merapi. So Semeru, East Java, Merapi, Central Java. And this looks like it is not from Krakatau. This is all Jakarta for today. Not sure about Dempo in this area. Too much SO2 from everywhere else to be able to tell. Likely some from Kerinci and Marapi in that area. And then, of course, on the other side here, we'll have Cinnabon doing its thing. Ibu and Dakono are sharing their little stuff there from our wonderful Halmahera Island. And let's see, we'll go up a little bit more and we'll take a look. We see from the Philippines there is our wonderful Mayon, and that is creating that area's mess. And then, of course, over here we have our Taal, and it definitely looks like Taal is dumping the SO2 in there today. So what we were seeing earlier definitely is got something happening there. So maybe we'll see something happen in the near future. Taiwan looks okay, and the Japanese islands over here are okay, but we see this. And again, this is from one of the Japanese undersea vents, is what we believe. And it could be, there's a lot of little volcanic islands around here. So if we take a look, you know, you can see a bunch of them all over the place, little spots, eh? And that's something very prevalent in that area. So definitely it could be from one of them. And looking at what we've got, not that much coming from Suwanosejima, and going up here Sakurajima, on the other hand, very heavy SO2 levels today. And ASO, wow, for something that was not off-gassing very much when we were looking at it, it sure has a very heavy SO2 level. Moving over a little bit more up to Tokyo, Nishimoshima, yeah, that could be the one that made that plume, Nishimoshima. Not sure exactly where it's located, but that could be, and wouldn't be surprised if it was. And looking at Tokyo, we can see it has its definite own little area of SO2, and then this stuff pluming sideways here, that is coming from Asama, so it too is throwing out some SO2. And it looks fairly clear up north. Shanghai, not so bad today. Hong Kong is pretty low. India, heavier, much heavier than yesterday, and at least 6 pounds heavier. I don't know. It looks like they've got higher levels of SO2 there. Not so bad in Sri Lanka, going down to South Africa. Yep, still producing gold in the gold smelters there, and I don't think that's from the gold smelters. That is just from something right in here. This would be, no, that's not Heard Island. Heard Island is, I think, this guy down here. But yeah, I'm wondering where that's coming from. It's got to be somewhere underneath there. Anyway, South Africa, so they're doing their thing. Central regions here. Democratic Republic of the Congo, where we've got Nyamuragira and Nyiragongo, Goma 1 and 2 doing their thing. This is where Urta Ale is. We can finally see it. That's where Urta Ale is sitting. And of course we still have fairly heavy spots coming out of Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Iraq, and Iran. They are definitely they've got their oil refineries on high. Beirut also has an oil refinery, but not quite as heavy. And looking at what we're seeing here, Kos isn't too bad, but Turkey again seems to be getting a lot more higher levels of SO2. Not sure if that is just swirling around. Looks like they may be getting some rain or some cold weather or something there. We do see a circulation here. Hopefully that's an influence, and we'll get them some rain in the near future. It is that time, and I know Piggy hasn't talked much about rain, but it would be nice if they got some there. I think they definitely need it. Here's Mount Etna, and you can see the plume air that it had off-gassed. And then we can see our wonderful Stromboli, and since it is erupting, it is more SO2 as well, but still not anything crazy, so pretty good. Rain, where's it raining? Oh, there for you, going south. No? Anyway, it looks like they may have a huge circulation sitting over Spain, and that's also affecting France, and likely pushing cleaner air and rain into the rest of Europe, so that'll be good. Looks like heavy levels in most of Germany and Poland, and not so bad up in Denmark today, or Holland, and England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, all looking not bad. South end of Finland apparently has a little bit there. And if we go take a look here, Iceland looking pretty clean. I do still think they probably have the smelter going. Making more aluminum. We like aluminum. Anyway, there is what we've got going on with our SO2. I didn't take a break, and still going here, so I'm gonna have a quick peek at our stormy stuff, and then we're gonna wrap up the show for today, ladies and gentlemen. So looking at what we've got here in North America, first off, We see that system out here, and then off the coast here we got that low sitting, I guess on the Oregon and that area. So good for them to have that there and get some of that SO2 washed out of the air. And then looking across here, we do see some heat. Northern Ontario fairly warm, which is kind of nice. And I'm not going to worry about too much there. Looking here, Felipe, and here's a low and another couple of lows here. I don't know where they're going. They're going to be interesting to watch. Hopefully that won't be too bad. And let's see, hot places, Australia. You want to get warm? 39 degrees there in the outback. 34, 35 for the most part. Pretty awesome. Brisbane coming in at about 24. We see Melbourne 22. Sydney getting up to 23, 24. So pretty awesome for those guys. Places like Singapore, 29 degrees. And Jakarta, with all that pollution, is sitting at 30 degrees Celsius. And Manila coming in at 31. So yeah, a little bit of a temperature there. Even Tokyo is doing pretty good at 26 degrees today. Very nice for those guys. So pretty awesome. Anyway, we did want to kind of look at the satellite image here for a minute and see what we spot with those storms. So Felipe is leading his clouds, and the other low behind here is trying to catch up. Not sure what's going to happen there and where it'll go, and we'll see how things progress in the weeks to come. Looking at the circulation here, still seeing this downward circulation from the north to the south, and that is kind of odd because that's bringing cold air in here. And that is what it's doing. Hopefully it'll stop doing that and we'll get this system to move out into the ocean and be nice weather again for them, and that'll be better. Looks like some circulations in here too. Colorado definitely got probably got some snow. David did say they got snow, so I'm gonna just kind of chuckle and say no, we don't want any. Lots of heavy clouds there in Central America, including on the places like Cancun, so not so good for them. Big system off the coast. We always see this in here anyway for the South American stuff on the eastern side. I'm not sure how rough that ocean gets in there, but I know the Pacific is doing its thing. And of course, yep, there's all that cloud creating all that rain and stuff for our wonderful people in New Zealand. Definitely some action going on there. And looks like the day-night divider here is seeing the big swirling here, taking some of the energy out of it as the sun goes down, hopefully. And let's see, what do we got here in Australia? Pretty clear for the most part. Looks like a little bit of cloud in Brisbane, but not too bad. And moving down a little bit more, and Indonesian areas and Philippines, and we got a circulation there and one here. Not sure if that's really going to do too much for anyone. Anyway, let's go find the coldest temperature and we'll see what we've got. So we're going south. Oh, hang on, I'm going south. No offense intended, but we're going south to the South Pole region. Antarctica, so far I see a minus 70 degrees Celsius. Let's see, do we have anything colder? There's a minus 72, and a minus 73 I've seen in there. So yeah, a minus 73 is pretty cold so far. Let's see if we can spot anything else that might be a little on the chillier side. There's some highs, and that's producing a balmy 50 degrees below zero temperatures. And that's always nice, isn't it? When minus 50 is a balmy day. Looks like I think our minus 73 is going to be it for today. 130,000 years is the oldest polar bear bones jaw found. Ooh, 130,000 years. That would have been pre-Ice Age. Going south, I'm pretty sure that would have been pre-Ice Age. Huh. That's weird, I think. Anyway, looking at here, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with mine. Minus 73 degrees Celsius is what I had spotted over here, so we'll live with that for today. There it is, a minus 73 on the screen. Bake a potato ready. Okay, awesome. Pre the last glacial, perhaps. Yep. Well, yeah, I think so. Ice Age has many glaciations. Yeah, it did. It came and went. But as far as the entire planet, that was about 110,000 years ago. So. Where we estimate that it started it. It may have been out of the end of the last ice age before that. You never know. And I really haven't studied the dates of the ages as much as I should have. So anyway, I'll leave it there. That is our wonderful stuff going on there in the world. Cold places and warm. Australia is warm if you want warm places. Actually, I'm surprised the Sahara desert isn't as warm. We're seeing 34s and 35s. That's not as warm as it could be. They usually get warmer temperatures, so anyway, let's leave it there. We're going to put it back here. You found a minus 73 in Antarctica. That's the same as what I found. So it's another tie. There you go, Sue. Awesome. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. My dinner awaits. It's in the fridge. I bought a nice 12-inch sub today from Mr. Sub. They do an excellent job with their one. I think you're right, Dr. Fox. Thanks. I think so too. Just anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Really do appreciate all of you. I want to say a big thank you to our moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy and Sue and CND Boy and Yvonne Kunkel and Siggy and Gary and a few of the others as well, if they've been hiding in there. Also, a big thank you to our only super chatter of the day, which was Grandma B. Thank you for that wonderful $2 super chat. And a big thank you to Sharon Stewart as well for gifting the 5-pack membership there. That was dead on target and got a whole bunch of the good people. And that was very awesome, and thank you for that one, Sharon. And on those notes, thank you everyone for being here. Whether you're a member or non-member, you're still a part of our wonderful Lava family, and we all appreciate you. So hang in there and keep smiling and keep enjoying the lava. And on those friendly notes, of course, we always have our daily updates and things, whatever we can keep an eye on, we try to. And fingers crossed that we're going to get some new eruption happening somewhere. And I really do think we need that, somewhere with something big. Well, not too big. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I just want to see big lava flows, and that's what we got. All right, all the best, you guys, and take care, everyone, and thank you all for being here. Extra big thanks to Sue for all the volcano reports, and we'll go with that for now, and thanks, Sharon, and thank you all for being here. Yep, we'll wrap it up. Be good, be kind, take care of yourselves, and please, please tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, good night, and oink oink!
you.